Welcome to Siemens booth. My name is Baek. I'm responsible for motion control business in Asia Pacific.
So hello, also and warm welcome from my side. I'm Karla Velarde and I'm the head of marketing for Asia Pacific.
The core message that Siemens would like to deliver in Simtos 2026 is pretty much straightforward, which I can explain by one sentence. So manufacturing is evolving beyond the automation toward the system that can make a decision and also act on its own. So let me give you a simple example. In the past, the driver has to look at the maps to find their destination manually. Today, navigation system can analyze current traffics, and also they can actually find the route at the end of the day. So more and more, people trust the systems to make a decision for themselves. Same happening is made in manufacturing. And today, we have so many variables in the market. So more product variant and shorter lead times, and also constant change required from the market as well. Unfortunately, it is too difficult for people to make their own, they review their element and also make a decision manually. So manufacturing is evolving. So it is starting to understand what they are doing as a systems and make the decision based on the data and also select a better route and to run a production. So Siemens is supporting this transition with the software, data, and AI. So in Simtos 2026, we are not here to simply showing our best controllers, but we are presenting a big pictures from a design, production, and operation are all connected as one system.
So in industries such as we have in machine tools, in semiconductors, in electronics, we see more and more that AI is being used as a proof point to solve tons of these challenges. We see how we can go through commissioning faster, how can they bring and tell us which parameters to bring in, and also go into the realization phase and observe which kind of productivity we can bring, how we can optimize and make data-driven decisions as well in the shop floor. So that's more and more not anymore a future concept, but a reality, and how we use and bring AI is becoming part of our everyday life. And one thing that Siemens brings together is not how we do that for a specific product or a specific machine, but in the holistic way, how we bring that from the beginning, from the design, the realization to the optimization phase, how we combine the complete value-driven chain as one. So that's the value that Siemens brings, how we do that in a comprehensive way. As mentioned before, we as Siemens don't really apply AI as a individual or extra add-on into our machines, but we see it more as an embedded solution that is part of our CNC, but also general automation systems. So that's what we see more and more in industry, not the need to add something, but to be as a native integrated solution that goes really hand in hand with the entire shop floor. So some concrete examples that we see in industry, such as in automotive or in semiconductors or electronics, and even in machine tools as well, is how we bring this AI to help us shorten or have these solutions and answers right on for the skilled workers and also non-skilled workers inside. So for example, when we are doing commissioning of a machine, you can short down the time because AI is also there to help answering really fast questions that in the past would require some manual or some expertise. So in this case, AI can really identify maybe simple errors or mistakes that used to happen in the past, help us get on top of that and pass on the information so we can continue with the processes. That's just one of the initial stages of examples. But also in optimization, we see it more and more, how we can make data-driven decisions with interactive data that comes up to life from the machine or from the shop floor that can help us make improvements and optimizations from there on.
It has to be melting into our entire automation, manufacturing, even without having a notice. So that is in our the ultimate way to moving forward. For example, one of the example we are having here is that in the past the engineers has to write up programs all the times. It takes like 10 days or 20 days, right? But now we are having a co-pilot where we can just asking our natural language for them to make a program for us, which can reduce the time so much, which can actually giving us more productivities at the end of the day. So this could be one of the examples, and this will definitely giving us a more way forward. I'm pretty much looking forward to having what's gonna come next. Let me talk about a machine tool builder's perspective, what we can actually giving some values to them. So when we just speak to the customers and they are having a pretty lot of concerns or difficulties beside all this operational topic, and they are saying like performance of the machine is now getting similar across the world, market, right? And also the more and more and having very difficulties to differentiate it on their own unique selling point and in terms of a machine performance, right? So that's why Siemens is actually emphasizing a lot on software-defined manufacturing. This is pretty much a simple one. So the value of the machine doesn't end with the hardware, and it is continuously evolved with the software. So SINUMERIK 1 is a perfect example, which I can explain with the two reasons. Number one, development of process is actually being changed. So before purchasing real machine, customer can have the machines ready and move it, test it, and even adjusting it, and also validate it in virtually. So instead of going into shop floors, and they can actually having identified what topics to be clarified, and which can be also being tackled into, and at the end of the day, all the solution can be made at the workspace. The second, the machine value and is going to be still evolving and after installation. What does that mean? After having software, and still a lot of functionalities can be expanded, and performance of the machine can be increasing as well, and adjusting and changing requirement from the customers as well. So we believe, and we are actually, this is going to be very beneficial for the end users as well. But when it comes to machine tool builder perspective, it is open the doors for them to having a new business models, and also they can create it and additional the revenue opportunities. So we as Siemens is actually opening the stages and also ecosystem for them to make their own journeys and easily and safely together with Siemens.
Maybe one thing to add, because you asked about the digital twin and his evolution. So we used to have a digital twin perhaps for a component, and this has evolved to have it as well for a machine, and this has gone now to have it an entire shop floor that is really connected and can exchange information in real time. So like my colleague just said, we really now are in a stage where we can connect the dots. We can understand data that comes no matter from a machine, from this machine, from that machine, or from any of the systems, and have a playground where we can test, analyze data before we have an actual machine out there to understand what could be the risks, what could be potentially damages done as well before even having the actual machine. So we can test, analyze, and optimize before having the machine going into the actual manufacturing. So that's the accuracy, and also the scope of the digital twin has grown so much from then to now. And also with AI and integrated, let's say, software-defined solutions, we're able to grasp and get much more content out of our entire shop floor.
Robotic machining is something that we are actually, you can see these digital twins here, right? Normally the robot is making a very simple jobs and moving one places to the other places and over and over. This is where we can get productivities gain, right? But when it comes to this machinings, and this machine itself is actually making cuttings of the workpieces, where it requires a high degree of precision that can be accomplished with the CNC controllers and to make this machine to be working on. So this can actually giving us more benefit for the customers, which have more flexible way of cutting the areas and capabilities. At the same time, at the end of the day, this can have much economic price in the machines as well, which can also providing a good benefit for the customers as well.
The vision that we have for Siemens Accelerator here in Korea is going further, is co-creating and cross-collaborating, because as you know, in Korea we have Korean manufacturing has a lot of strengths, such as for example the understanding of new technologies, how precise, and also the quality that we have. And when we think about how to scale this up, we think a lot about co-creation. So we as Siemens, together with our manufacturers and partners, should come together, and that's exactly what Accelerator brings. It's a platform that enables also the right ecosystem for us to co-create, to find the answers and the solutions for tomorrow's challenges in industries as well, and to enable all of our Korean manufacturers also to create solutions and scale them up to global customers as well. So that's what we expect, to build a model that can have a long-lasting growth, not just in Korea, but at the global scale. Well, we will be happy when you enjoyed your time at Simtos as well, when you look at the holistic approach as well, how we as Siemens can design, realize, and optimize and bring the future of the shop floor now.